Secrets of the Royal Staff, 15 Rules You Won't Believe. What's it like working for the British royal family? Well, it's definitely not your average 9-to-5 job. The staff of the British royal family are known to follow a unique and sometimes surprising set of rules and protocols while carrying out their duties. From maintaining utmost discretion to adhering to strict dress codes, the royal staff members are expected to uphold the dignity of the crown through their conduct and service. Here are 15 lesser-known rules that provide a fascinating glimpse into the inner workings of royal households. Number 1. No autographs or selfies. The royal staff is strictly prohibited from asking members of the royal family for autographs or selfies. This rule's been enforced to maintain a professional boundary between the royals and their employees. Autograph or selfie requests are seen as inappropriate, as the staff is employed to provide dignified service to the family rather than fawn over them as celebrities. Even if the king offers an autograph to a staff member, they're expected to politely decline it. Accepting it would be considered a breach of protocol. The objective is to ensure proper work relations. Staff interaction with royals must be based solely on delivering excellent service and assistance when required, rather than trying to collect memorabilia. While the rule may seem rigid and even unfair to those enthralled by royalty, it helps draw clear lines within the workplace dynamic between the employer and the employee. The code of conduct instills discipline among the staff and enables them to focus fully on their duties. Number 2. Discretion is key. Members of the British royal staff are expected to demonstrate the highest level of discretion at all times. They're privy to sensitive information about the royals, whether related to political affairs, state secrets, or personal details. Still, they cannot divulge anything they see or hear in the course of their duties, upholding confidentiality above all else. Staff members are prohibited from revealing private information about the royal family to outsiders, including their own family and friends. They're required to sign non-disclosure agreements, binding them to secrecy even after retiring from service. Breaking confidentiality in any way is considered the ultimate violation of trust. Indiscretion is treated as grounds for immediate termination and even potential legal action. The ability to remain tight-lipped on all fronts is an essential virtue and a mark of utmost professionalism for those employed in the royal household. Being trusted with access to the royals' private world is an honor that must be repaid with complete discretion at all times. Number 3. Proper address. Addressing members of the royal family appropriately using their complete titles is considered imperative for the staff. They're required to refer to royals by their full titles: His, Her Majesty, His, Her Royal Highness, Sir, Lord, Lady, as applicable. The staff have never addressed them by their first names or nicknames, even in informal settings. Using the proper titles conveys respect. It also upholds protocol within the royal household. Staff members are provided training workshops to learn the precise methods of addressing each royal family member in person and in written communication. From a simple "Good morning, Your Majesty" to ending letters with "I remain, Sir, your humble and obedient servant," the etiquette must be followed. The titles cannot be shortened or modified in any way. Carelessness is unacceptable. Addressing a royal incorrectly is considered a sign of disrespect. Following these protocols enables seamless, dignified interaction between royals and their household teams. Number 4. No personal opinions. The royal staff must refrain from openly expressing any personal opinions about political affairs or public figures when carrying out official duties. They are expected to remain impartial and neutral at all times. Voicing their own views or critiquing governmental policies and actions, even in private conversations between colleagues, is considered inappropriate. The objective is to avoid causing any controversy or misrepresentation that could embarrass the royal family. The staff members also cannot make any comments about their likes or dislikes of specific members of the royal household. They're there solely to serve all royals equally and with due dignity. Any criticism or praise based on favoritism undermines their role. Additionally, the staff cannot try to influence the royals towards adopting their personal opinions on any public or private matters. It is a privilege to be in royal service, and the staff demonstrate their worthiness by keeping their views separate from their professional duties. Maintaining neutrality enables smooth functioning. Number 5. Strict dress code. Working for the royal family comes with an extraordinarily strict dress code. Staff members are expected to exude formality and professionalism in their attire at all times when representing the monarch. For men, this means suits, ties, dress shoes, and grooming standards like clean-shaven faces. Women must wear conservative knee-length dresses or skirts, closed-toe heels, minimal jewelry, and pantyhose at all times. Pants are forbidden. Hats and fascinators must be worn for outdoor events. The late queen supposedly hated wedge shoes and brightly colored nail polish. Royal nannies even have designated uniforms. There are different expectations for public versus private events, but the staff is constantly monitored for any slip-ups in presentation. Failing to meet the immaculate standards of royal fashion can reportedly result in immediate firing, as the palace prizes orderliness and discipline. While the rules may seem outdated and stifling, the priority is preserving the mystique and prestige of the crown through impeccable appearances. Number 6. Mealtime protocols. Dining with the royal family comes with an elaborate set of protocols that royal staff must meticulously adhere to. The rituals around meal service are incredibly formal and regimented. There are strict rules dictating the order of service, how plates and utensils are arranged, and even who can eat when. Staff pay close attention to precedence and serve the most senior royals first. Dishes must be presented and cleared from the left with utmost precision and discretion. No one can begin eating until the king takes the first bite. If he doesn't like a dish, no one else can eat it. Napkins must be folded and placed in laps immediately. Servers rely on coded signals from the king's butler to time everything perfectly. Faux pas and etiquette mistakes are supposedly grounds for dismissal. The extensive rules reinforce the extreme discipline and order required when serving the royal family. While archaic to outsiders, these protocols preserve the sense of regal authority the monarchy commands. Staff endure intense training on performing their duties flawlessly, with no margin for error when catering to the royals. Number 7. Confidentiality agreements. Working for the royal family requires signing ironclad confidentiality agreements that legally bar staff from ever disclosing private details about the monarchy. Employees must vow to uphold complete secrecy and discretion regarding anything they encounter while serving the royals. This includes conversations, habits, relationships, and daily routines. Essentially all information about the king and royal family. Staff are prohibited from sharing accounts even after resigning. Breaking the non-disclosure agreements can result in serious consequences like lawsuits, financial penalties, and even jail time in extreme cases. The confidentiality contracts are non-negotiable and some of the strictest in the world. Their purpose is to safeguard the privacy of the royals and preserve the sense of aristocratic mystery and privilege. While some view the secrecy as draconian, the crown depends on loyalty and discretion from staff to maintain public fascination. The staff knows private matters must remain private forever when employed by the king. The premium on discretion means they see and hear incredible things while never breathing a word. Number 8. Walking 2 steps behind. Among the peculiar rules for royal staff is the requirement that certain servants and aides must walk precisely 2 steps behind royal family members on official engagements. The protocol dictates a physical embodiment of the ingrained class hierarchy near the royals. More senior staff, like private secretaries, may walk beside, but most others, including butlers, footmen, and ladies-in-waiting, must trail behind at the prescribed distance. It maintains a sense of regal authority and separation from the help. Insiders said the late queen loathed turning around to find staff directly on her heels. The 2 steps offer a buffer while keeping attendants within range if needed. Some see it as dated and elitist, but it's ingrained royal custom indicating one's place. The rule also applies when following the late queen and other royals into dining rooms, onto yachts, and through residences. Though seemingly trivial, lapses in the walking order are frowned upon as subtle breaches of etiquette. It's a dance requiring awareness of proximity and precedence. Like a well-oiled machine, the royal household runs on discretion, precision, and rigid protocol, Despite contemporary sensibilities, strict adherence is required. Number 9. No touching. Royals have strict rules against being touched, especially by staff. Physical contact with the king, his family, and senior members is expressly forbidden unless initiated by the royal themselves. Even innocent gestures like pats on the arm, linking arms, or hugs are off limits to prevent overstepping propriety with dignitaries. The no-touching rule maintains a sense of untouchable reverence around the monarchy. It's drilled into new staff who require permission before making any physical contact, no matter how well they know a royal. Brief handshakes are acceptable at formal introductions. Medical personnel represent rare exceptions in attending to health needs. Accidental touching can warrant immediate termination. This rule even extended to the late Queen's dogs. Staff were prohibited from disciplining them. While seemingly draconian, it fits the highly formal aura surrounding the royals. Some view it as dated in modern times, but it is a deeply ingrained tradition emphasizing respect for the crown. Number 10. Understanding royal etiquette. From household helpers to private secretaries, staff must intimately understand the rarefied protocols dictating every facet of decorum in the royal sphere. There are complex rules for introductions, forms of address, table settings, fashion, dining, exiting rooms, and myriads of other interactions. Staff must learn how to elegantly set tea services, fold napkins, iron shoes, and perform quotidian tasks with discretion. The king's butlers undergo years of apprenticeship to master the nuances. Minding one's posture and maintaining decorum is paramount. Exacting standards cover everything down to the order in which cutlery is laid and how flowers are arranged. It's an entire world of mannerisms that seem arcane and stifling to outsiders, but are sacrosanct traditions. Even the most senior staff face frequent refreshers to avoid embarrassing errors. The expectations increase with proximity to the monarch. From mastering deep curtsies to never turning their back on the king, employees follow the etiquette playbook to perfection. Despite the challenges, those patient enough to master the protocol rituals gain access to an elite world of service in the royal household. Number 11. Restricted room access. While royal residences employ many staff members to assist the royal family, certain areas are completely off limits to most employees. These restricted rooms typically include the private bedrooms and living quarters of the monarch and other senior royals. Access is usually limited to only the most trusted and senior staff, such as the Lord Chamberlain, private secretaries, and personal attendants. Even high-ranking household officials may require special permission to enter their inner sanctums. The reason is mainly privacy and security. The royals need space where they can relax and be themselves, away from prying eyes. Their private quarters contain not just bedrooms, but often valuable art, artifacts, family heirlooms, and confidential documents that require protection. Allowing unlimited access would pose too great a security risk. Though royal staff swear oaths of discretion, limiting access reduces opportunities for theft, gossip, or other breaches of trust. These restricted rooms represent the final bastion of royal privacy in palaces otherwise bustling with staff. Number 12. Gift handling protocol. One little-known duty of royal staff is handling gifts presented to members of the royal family. The royals receive numerous gifts from the public and dignitaries, everything from flowers and food to jewelry and works of art. Special staff are tasked with receiving, cataloging, and storing these gifts. Gifts above a certain monetary threshold become the property of the crown, not the individual royal. Perishable edible gifts get donated to charity. All gifts must be inspected and assessed for risks. Staff log details like the date, description, giver, and recipient of each gift. A proper record must be maintained. This careful processing is to prevent accusations of bribery or improper influence. Royals cannot be seen as profiting from gifts related to their status. There are also security risks if gifts go unscreened. Processing gifts is a demanding behind-the-scenes job. Staff must ensure gifts get handled according to protocol while respecting the giver's intent and the recipient's privacy. It's a role requiring trust, discretion, and diplomacy. Number 13. Quiet presence. A key rule for royal staff is to be as unobtrusive as possible. Though they work in proximity to the monarch and senior royals, employees are expected to blend seamlessly into the background. Their job is to anticipate needs and efficiently provide service without doing anything that draws unnecessary attention. Making the royals feel comfortable takes priority over any staff member's ego. This means creeping, serving discreetly, speaking only when required, and never overstepping role boundaries. Staff must be ready at any moment to fulfill requests, but should not hover. Things like loud chatter, distracting mannerisms, overly familiar behavior, or calling undue notice of their presence are frowned upon. The ideal is silent, smooth, and subtle support. Blending into the surroundings helps create a sense of uninterrupted privacy and normalcy for the royals. It allows them to relax and forget about public pressures. Staff who can fulfill their duties while remaining unobtrusive are highly valued. Number 14. Flexible working hours. Unlike a conventional 9-to-5 job, working for the royal household means being available at all hours as duty calls. The monarch's and senior royals' needs don't conform to business hours or calendars. Royal engagements, meetings, ceremonies, and tours could happen any time of day, any day of the week. Staff must be ready to report whenever required. Weekends and bank holidays offer no guaranteed time off for royal employees. This irregular schedule applies mainly to staff in direct service roles like personal secretaries, assistants, and footmen. However, even behind-the-scenes staff like IT, finance, and maintenance must stay available on call. The show simply can't stop for Christmas when you support the king. While challenging work-life balance, the unpredictable hours come with the honor of serving the crown and country. Most employees consider the sacrifice worthwhile. Some may receive compensatory time off, but financial incentives are limited. Just as the royals devote their lives to duty and public service, their staff are also expected to embrace an unpredictable working life. Number 15. Travel requirements. Working for the royal family often requires being ready to travel at a moment's notice, especially for those in senior positions. As the royals frequently tour within the UK and abroad, certain staff must accompany them to provide support. This includes roles like private secretaries, press officers, personal attendants, and other specialized functionaries. Tour staff may be informed of travel plans only days or weeks in advance. Last-minute schedule changes can also arise, further complicating planning. Once on tour, staff may face long flights, jet lag, living out of suitcases, and intense on-the-ground schedule supporting royal engagements. Workdays can stretch up to 16 hours. Still, staff must maintain ultra-professional decorum at all times, despite travel stresses. The benefits include opportunities to experience new places and watch history unfold alongside the royals. But the lifestyle isn't for everyone. An eagerness for frequent travel and time spent away from home is considered essential for royal staff roles that accompany the monarch and royal family on official duties. It's a life of adventure available only to those dedicated to the crown. There you have it, a glimpse into the unique rules, demands, and privileges of working for the British royal family. From managing gift protocols to maintaining utmost discretion, it takes a special breed to be a royal employee. While the specifics may surprise some, the dedication and professionalism shown by His Majesty's staff is admirable. What did you think of these royal staff secrets? Would you be up for a job serving the king? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this video if you enjoyed it. And make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all the latest royal family videos. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.